Welcome to Hallyu Plus.
In today's video, we are walking the streets of London to review 3 different Korean stores on this beautiful June day. Believe it or not, it has been non-stop raining this month, and this is the prettiest it's been for a while. We start off our journey in Paddington Station, where, as you can see, I was getting a lot of strange looks. Paddington is one of the prettiest stations London has to offer, but before we carry on, a toilet break was needed. After my toilet break, I set off to Tottenham Court Road, which is one of London's biggest tourist attractions. It was absolutely packed with people. All 3 of the places I am going to today are located in the heart of London and were only a short walk from each other. The location means that you get to take in other amazing sights, and if you're a Potterhead, our first destination is only a few feet away from where the theatre production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child takes place. Our first stop is a store named Oseo. It describes itself as a Korean food and culture hub and has a number of branches in London. This is the Soho branch. The first thing that caught my eye was the large screen with K-pop playing on it, and next was the food. So as soon as I walked in, I was taken aback by just how much food there actually was, and I missed that there were arrows on the floor telling me where to go because of social distancing and COVID rules. So I yeeted my ass right back and went the correct way. And this place, food, oh my god, where do I even start? Okay, so Oseo massively lived up to my food expectations. They had everything I wanted and more, but it did also promise that it was a Korean culture hub. So did it live up to that side of things? You're the one that I want, everything that I want, honestly, for me, they did keep their promise of being a culture hub. For some people, there won't be enough of certain things, such as K-pop albums or K-beauty stuff, but they're not marketing themselves as a K-pop store or a K-beauty store exclusively. It's all things that you could find in Korea. I really liked this store. Everyone was very friendly, and I ended up buying a number of things, such as kimchi ramen and a vegetable hot cross bun, which was delicious. I rank this store a 9 out of 10, and I only dropped off that one because for other people, they might be expecting a little more on the culture side of things, maybe more albums, maybe more beauty stuff, but for me, honestly, it lived up to my expectations, and I will definitely be back. Thank you for having me, Oseo! Next stop was at a store called SoCollab. It is exclusively marketed as a K-beauty and K-pop store, and it is in the beautiful Soho Square in the heart of London. The park was gorgeous, the trees were gorgeous. Honestly, it was just a beautiful London day, and I was so excited I got to come to this part of the city. Okay, so you know that one really cool relative who you're desperate to talk to but never wants to spend time with you, but you still idolize and worship? That is SoCollab. Genuinely, I walked in and I've never felt so uncool to be in a store in my life. You're the one that I want, everything that I want. This store had every album I could think of, from BTS, EXO, Blackpink, Bam Bam, Mark, every NCT solo version seemed to be there. It was crazy. TXT, Shiny, there wasn't a group that wasn't represented. I was just incredibly surprised at just how much content they had. But I will warn you that it was very pricey, and they don't really put the labels on the albums, so they might take you by surprise. I fell in love with SoCollab. If you're a K-pop fan who doesn't want to pay for shipping or doesn't want to wait for shipping, get your butt to this store because it had everything from everyone. It was insane. This was a 10 out of 10, and I even ended up buying TXT's The Dream Chapter Magic album. I've wanted it for a while, but I just never got around to getting it, so thank you for making my day. I will definitely be back. My final destination was actually closed. Thank you, COVID. So I decided to make a detour into Carnaby Street where there is a Korean restaurant called Jinju. I've heard rave reviews about the place, so I was worried I wouldn't get in, especially because of COVID. You now have to book everything before you turn up. But thankfully, I got there right before the lunchtime rush, and everyone was incredibly kind, and I could get a takeaway. Aesthetically, the place was super cute and the menu had a lot to offer. I ended up ordering a bibimbap. I hope I didn't butcher that, but it was delicious. And I ended up taking it to takeaway, and they were so kind because they gave me utensils and napkins without me having to ask. It is a little pricey, I will warn you, but again, this is Carnaby Street. Everything on this road is pricey, so bring your wallet. Jinju, I will 100% be back. This was a 9 out of 10 for me. Delicious. And the view wasn't too bad either.
Welcome to Hallyu Plus.